Hey everybody, Adam Silverman here from Muletown Digital. Today I'm talking about local SEO, what it is, and why it matters, particularly for small businesses. So, local SEO is local search engine optimization, and it's kind of a variant of general search engine optimization because it focuses on businesses that either have a physical location, as in people come to your place of business to get something like a barber or a auto mechanic or a dentist, a doctor, those kind of things. Or you're like an HVAC specialist or a contractor, someone that operates in a particular area, but goes to people's place to work. So like work isn't people coming to you, it's you going to them, landscapers and businesses like that. So the deal with local SEO is you're instead of just showing up in search, you're showing up specifically in local search. Things like putting in a actual location, like general contractor in Colombia, for example, or putting in dentist for children, for example. Now, Google does a very good job, and so does even AI at this point, of determining if you're looking as the searcher, if the searcher is looking for a specific location. So when I look at these results up here, these are the results of local SEO, all this stuff in here. This is what local SEO is. This right here is organic SEO. So there's no location associated with the business Invisalign. So you're going to have all this other stuff showing up top. And then you do get places that offer Invisalign. Then you get videos. Then you're down into your organic search. So as you can see, the reason why local SEO creates so much more value is because it removes all the garbage out of the search engine results page. So instead of having 5,000 bits of information about dentistry for children, which is probably not what the searcher is looking for, local SEO is specific to finding places nearby your search location that do the thing that you're looking for. So Google has gotten really, really good at this. So the reason why this is so helpful for local businesses is you don't have to be the best ranking business for dentists for children in the whole United States. You're not competing with a top end dentist in Florida if you're in Nashville or, Franklin or Columbia, Tennessee. You're competing against the dentists that are in this area. And so now dentist is a very, very, very competitive place. And you can see that there's a couple solid 1, 2, 3 ranks here, all with lots and lots of reviews, and they're probably all good businesses. And most likely the one that's going to win is the one here with the 555 reviews. But you get the idea, right? Same thing with general contractors. It's going to pull the ones that are in the location because I specifically said in Colombia. Now, the other thing too is often showing up here will get you to show up down here like this business is, but it's hard to compete against the Better Business Bureau because they're a huge company. So they're going to win the organic ranking against the local businesses, but they can't up here because Better Business Bureau is not a local business. So this is why local SEO, particularly for small businesses, is kind of a 1-2 knockout because you get high up in the search engine pages and your competition is going to be lower than it would be if you were doing SEO for the whole state or a region or, the country or the world. Much, much harder as you broaden your location. So the question then becomes, how do we rank? How do we get ranking? Well, the very first thing is Google Business Profile. So if you go to business.google.com, and it's probably going to, okay, you can sign up for a profile here. This is going to allow you to show up in searches like this. These are all Google Business Profile. all of the AI engines, all the AI engines use Google's local to tell it what to serve as well. So you want to sign up for a Google business profile. You want to make sure that you fill everything out, your address, your service area, your services, your products, your business description, your phone number, you know, all the things that matter to the business, your FAQs, like all of it is in your Google business profile. And signing up for that is going to help you show up here, but it's only one of the steps. You also need to tie your website in with local keywords on your website that tie into this stuff. So most likely you'll see that if we were to go to these websites, they're going to talk about being a dentist, right? They're going to be very specific to pediatric dentistry. That's going to help them actually rank in this space. You've got reviews. Collecting reviews on your Google profile are very important. They influence not only ranking, but trust. So here's a great example of trust, right? There's 3 businesses, all have good reviews, but this one has 555 and this one has 82. This feels like the more trustworthy thing. And then what happens is a user will click into that. Oops, sorry, I might have hit the wrong button there. I'll try that again. Okay, so this dentist needs some help because that's actually linking to an image, which is very bad. So very interesting. See what I mean? You got to pay attention to this stuff. They've got the wrong website URL put in there or some sort of redirect that's feeding us to an image. So someone's not going to choose that. This one here goes to a website. It looks pretty good. Actually, I think this is where my children have been, but you can see now a really, really, really good website here would be helpful to these guys. But as you can see, that the reviews promote trust, but then they're going to click on that website URL. So your website and the way your website is set up is going to matter a great deal. So then from there, you start signing up for things like Yelp, like different directories and all. They call these things citations. Citations are other businesses that say, yeah, you're a real business. So for Children's Dental Group of Columbia, they have a Yelp listing here. And that Yelp listing, if done properly, is going to have their website, their phone number, directions, all the things. Because Yelp is a huge company, Yelp will show up in search engine results, which is what we were seeing when I showed you the search engine before. It's way high up there and it will direct them the same as the Google business profile. Google business profile technically is a citation. It's just another business that's linking to your business to legitimize your business. The more of them you have and the better those businesses are that are linking to you, the better your authority and the better you rank. So to summarize, if you're a local business or service a local area and you're not generating leads, it is most likely because you don't rank well in local searches. Improving that ranking is going to be one huge step towards your business being successful and your intended searchers finding you on the internet. This is probably one of the most critical steps, and so many businesses skip this. So many businesses don't put the time in here, and it ends up really hurting your business because, as you can see, the businesses that live down here for pediatric are not going to get those clicks. The one that's going to get the clicks is the one that's up top. And so you'll see I went back and it flipped the rankings around because it varies, right? Sometimes you're going to show up 1, sometimes it's going to be 2 or 3. It's going to vary based on all those factors I mentioned. And what that tells me is that Google views these 2 businesses as very, very close. This business doesn't have a website, so it automatically hurts this business because the next thing people typically do off here is click to go to the website. So the fact that it's not there is not good, right? That's not a good thing to not have a website. So obviously you need to have a website really for local SEO to work. Can businesses show up without it? Yes. But if there was another good business with a good profile and a good website, it would knock this business out pretty quickly. So basically what I'm saying here, guys, is if you're a local business and you're not doing this, you're probably in trouble. You're probably not getting the leads. And eventually over time, your visibility on the internet's going to go away and somebody else's is going to rise up, and they're going to be the ones that get the contracts or get the deals or get the customer. So you've got to pay attention to local SEO if you are a local business. If you're a larger business, you might be more focused on a region or multiple locations or a big service area. You might be national, you might be international. The SEO works in all those things, but it's easier to get results when you're a local business. And unfortunately, so many local businesses just ignore this and don't pay attention to it. And eventually the businesses that do shove them down the page. And the way that Google is giving real estate right now, the most real estate goes to the businesses up top that have those top local rankings. So if you don't have local SEO working for your business, you absolutely should. You absolutely should be doing local SEO. There's also local service ads, and there's lots of other ways that you can bring traffic. Meta, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube ads. There's a lot of ways to do it. But the way that doesn't charge you for every single person that clicks through to your website is local SEO. And that's why we typically recommend that businesses do this as part of their foundation. So if you have a website, but no local SEO presence, you're not ranking in searches you think you should be ranking for, give us a call, hit us up, let us help you solve that problem, because solving that problem could mean tens to hundreds to millions of dollars to your business. By moving up into this top 3 slot, you get a chance at all the searches. So if there's 500 searches a month for a dentist for children, you being up in here gives you a chance to get 100 or 200 of those searches to your business, which means they're not going to the other businesses, which is ultimately what you want. So let us know if we can help with local SEO. If you want a free scorecard, we offer those at muletowndigital.com. So get your free scorecard today. No sales pressure, no nothing. We'll just deliver you a great scorecard and show you how you show up. And just let us know how we can help. Thanks.